How are we going, everyone? I was just walking out to the orchard, and on the way there I stopped past these spring onions, believe it or not. That's what they are. They've been in here for about 3 years. I think, yeah, about 3 years anyway. They were infested. I saw them this morning when I was talking to the family about it. They were infested with cabbage white butterfly eggs. Literally hundreds, dozens of them, and we've got some pupaing here as well. So we've got a couple of cycles going on. Now look, have a look at this. We've got different cycles going on throughout the season. So this now is the caterpillar morphing into a pretty white butterfly. Oh well, was going to. Anyway, it's gone. Don't worry about that. I've squashed hundreds of them. Look at this. We've got one here. You want me to take it off? Can you see it? It's the same colour. Oh, he's curling up. Now, not only that, let me just get rid of this one first. Bye-bye. Have a look at this. Right up here. Just a stack of eggs going on. We actually had a lot of eggs all over this. In the morning, I came along and picked them all off. So we're just going to take all these. If that's easy enough with the lighting, I'm not sure, but I'm going to peel them off. There we go. You can't leave them on, folks, because each one of those, if they hatch, this will be destroyed, it'll be decimated. So, unfortunately, not on this plant, thank you very much. That's an easy way of controlling your caterpillars, but you've got to be out here all the time. Look, found another one. Now, a lot of you will think I should be spraying. Well, there are many options you can do, and one is spray. You can make your own garlic oil, chili soap in water. The other one is to pick them off like this. That's what I'm doing. You can get some other insecticides from your local garden centre. Just steer away from the chemicals, that's all. Just steer away from them. There's some great products out there. You can use a preventative like diatomaceous earth so the butterflies don't get on here and dust that around. It should work. Or just hang around your plants every day and just go and pick the little bastards off. Where did it go? Now folks, there's one thing you've got to know. I talk about a lot of ways to remedy and control these sort of pests and problems in the garden. The main one is looking after your soil. Now in this case here, these plants here have been for a couple of years and I'm not going to spray them. And just because I don't spray, it doesn't mean I don't manage my garden. Not out here all the time. I have some plants that I've allocated in the garden that are going to be the ones that will be attacked, and they're the sacrificial plants. As I showed you the other day, the kale. I know that's where they go, they congregate there, they destroy the entire plant. If I need to go there and find where my caterpillars are, I harvest them and take them out. That's the bulk of them, but they do go around to other leafy greens, just like that rocket over here. We've got to get our last harvest out of this. And if you don't mind a few eaten leaves or chomped on leaves, you can still eat that if you want. Look, at the end of the day, this is at its end of a cycle. It's gone to seed. It'll be a little bit bitter rather than spicy. We'll end up cutting this back down. Once this goes to seed, harvest that and put it back into the garden. Back on the caterpillars and preventatives, plenty of ways to do that. My favourite is picking them off and cutting it out. But if you need to do something else because it's really out of control, well, always go for the natural way to controlling it. Well, get your binoculars out like I'm doing here. And what have we got here now? Bugger me, where's my knife? What is this? The beginning of aphids, I think, yeah. All right, so we have got signs that the Brix count on these plants is dropping, so their sugar levels are depleting. Rightly so. How many years have they been here? And what that means, we're actually starting to get aphids on here. So that's the first sign of it. They're only a small amount there, but once they start, they'll start to really multiply and populate really quickly. Out that comes. And one more little sack of eggs. Not suck eggs, sack of eggs. Bugger. Just bear with me 1 second here, folks, because this one here has been really loaded up well. Have a look at this. We got eggs. I squashed the caterpillar by accident. Eggs and more eggs. Seriously. You really, if you want to control the cabbage white butterfly and other, chewing and sucking insects, you really got to be out in the garden with your glasses on, whatever you need, and having a close look. The snails at night time, early in the morning, and all the other insects like the caterpillars and that, well, just venture out at any time of the day as long as it's not too hot and go hunting. So what you can see here, folks, is a plant that's really come to its end of life cycle. It's going to get attacked. Its Brix count is dropping there, so it's getting aphids on it. And why is that? Because I can't harvest fast enough, basically. How many spring onions can anybody eat? I've got onions everywhere at the moment, so these ones here have been for show, and I think we're coming to the end of the cycle of them. I'm not going to pull them out. What I'm going to do is actually spray these ones. And I did say before that I don't spray, but as I said earlier as well, if it's in the case where they're starting to populate too quickly and you can see them getting out of control quite quickly, well, a home brew of olive oil and dishwashing liquid and maybe a little bit of garlic in a litre of water, sprayed over the top a couple of times, will do the trick, and quite safe as well. So look out for aphids, look out for caterpillars, and look out for the eggs in your garden. And if you're out there, pick them off, squash them, feed them to the chooks, or make a homebrew insecticide to protect your garden. And look after your soil, because the better the soil, the better the garden at the end of the day. And eat the bloody things. Don't grow them like this. But